The secret behind a trillion-dollar empire. Google, a name so powerful it's become a verb. We don't search for answers anymore, we Google them. But how did a simple idea transform into one of the most influential companies in the world? How does Google work? And more importantly, what can you learn from it? From revolutionizing search to dominating AI, cloud computing, and even self-driving cars, Google is everywhere. But its secret, it's not just technology, it's a mindset. Stay till the end and I'll show you how you can apply Google's strategies to your own success. Our story begins in 1996 at Stanford University, where two PhD students, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, had an ambitious idea to make sense of the chaos that was the internet. Back then, search engines were messy, ranking pages based on how many times a keyword appeared, making results easy to manipulate and often useless. Larry and Sergey had a different approach. Instead of relying on keywords, they built a ranking system based on links, an algorithm called PageRank. The more websites linked to a page, the more valuable it was deemed. This was revolutionary. With no office and no budget, they worked out of a garage, building a search engine that wasn't just better, it was smarter. By 2000, Google was handling 100 million searches per day. They tried to sell Google for just $1 million. The response? A resounding no. Instead of giving up, they turned that rejection into fuel. With new investors backing them, they pressed forward, refining their search engine and expanding at lightning speed. Google wasn't just a search engine anymore, it was becoming the gateway to the internet. Google's biggest advantage, it wasn't just technology, it was people. While other tech companies focused purely on products, Google took a different approach. It built a company culture designed to attract, empower, and retain the smartest minds in the world. Google's founders knew that innovation comes from people, not processes. Instead of hiring based on experience alone, they looked for smart creatives. People who were not only highly skilled, but also creative, adaptable, and bold thinkers. These are people who ask, what if, challenge assumptions, and dare to take risks. Google's belief, if you hire the smartest, most passionate people, they will figure out the rest. At traditional companies, employees follow rigid hierarchies. But at Google, hierarchy takes a backseat to ideas. A junior engineer's opinion can hold as much weight as a senior executive's. If it's backed by data, employees are given the freedom to experiment, which led to game-changing innovations like Gmail and Google Maps. Every major decision at Google, whether it's hiring, product launches, or company strategy, is backed by data. The company even applies AI-driven hiring algorithms to predict which candidates will be successful. Google employees are encouraged to spend 20% of their time working on passion projects unrelated to their main job. This policy has led to some of Google's biggest breakthroughs, including Gmail, created by an engineer experimenting in his 20% time. Google News, born from an engineer's frustration after struggling to find news updates post 9/11. Google AdSense, a side project that turned into a billion-dollar revenue stream. Google wasn't just a company, it was a playground for brilliant minds to create the future. The lesson, if you want to create a world-changing company, don't just invest in technology, invest in people, because at the end of the day, the most powerful innovation doesn't come from machines, it comes from minds. Google didn't stop at search, it reinvented entire industries and made billions along the way. But how did it do it? By seeing where the world was going before anyone else did. Before AdWords, online advertising was messy, intrusive, and ineffective. Google introduced pay-per-click ads, meaning advertisers only paid when users actually clicked on an ad. This changed everything. Businesses of any size could now compete with global brands by targeting customers searching for exactly what they offered. Think about it. When was the last time you unfolded a paper map? Exactly. Google completely redefined navigation. But it wasn't just about getting from A to B Street View. Real-time traffic updates, business reviews, and AI-powered recommendations made Google Maps an indispensable tool for travel and business discovery. When Google bought YouTube for $1.65 billion, people thought it was crazy. But Google saw what others didn't. Video was the future of the internet. Fast forward to today, YouTube is the second largest search engine, the backbone of online education, and a multi-billion-dollar revenue machine. Google didn't invent the smartphone, but it ensured its ecosystem would dominate mobile computing. By making Android open source, it overtook Apple's closed ecosystem and became the most widely used operating system in the world. Google wasn't just winning, it was rewriting the rules of business. Google's strategy is simple. Identify industries that are ripe for disruption, innovate faster than anyone else, and dominate before competitors even realize what's happening. And that's exactly how they keep changing the world. Why does Google keep innovating? Because at Google, innovation isn't an accident, it's a system. Google's culture isn't just about perks like free food and fun offices, it's about creating an environment where great ideas flourish. Moonshot thinking. Google encourages ideas that seem impossible. This led to projects like Waymo, self-driving cars, and Google Brain, AI research. Cross-team collaboration. Employees work on multiple projects, blending skills from different fields to spark breakthrough ideas. Encouraging failure. Google celebrates projects that fail fast and teach valuable lessons. Every failed experiment gets them closer to success. At Google, the next billion-dollar idea could come from anyone. Google isn't just a search engine anymore, it's shaping the future of AI, self-driving cars, and even quantum computing. Google's future is AI first. From Google Assistant to AI-driven search, smart recommendations, and even predictive algorithms that learn human behavior, AI will be at the core of everything Google builds. Google is in a fierce battle with Amazon's AWS and Microsoft's Azure to dominate cloud computing. Expect Google Cloud to integrate more AI-driven solutions, helping businesses process data, improve cybersecurity, and optimize operations in ways never seen before. Google's parent company, Alphabet, owns Waymo, the most advanced self-driving car technology on the market. With fully autonomous taxis already in operation in select cities, Google is redefining transportation. Could a future without human drivers be closer than we think? Google isn't just competing in today's tech world, it's already preparing for the next revolution. Quantum computers, which can solve problems in seconds that would take normal computers thousands of years, could change fields like medicine, AI, and cryptography forever. Google's Sycamore processor has already achieved quantum supremacy, proving that a future with super-intelligent computing isn't science fiction. Google has experimented with high-altitude balloons to bring the internet to remote areas. And while the original Project Loon was shut down, similar initiatives are still in motion. With satellite internet becoming a growing industry, could Google challenge Elon Musk's Starlink? With billions of product searches starting on Google, the company is quietly expanding its influence in e-commerce. Could we see a future where Google becomes a major competitor to Amazon? Google isn't just a tech company, it's a blueprint for how the world will work. The world is changing fast, but if one thing is certain, it's this: Google will always be one step ahead. The question is, will you? The truth is, Google's success is no accident. It's built on innovation, bold ideas, and a refusal to settle for good enough. But what separates those who make history from those who watch it happen? The question is, will you be the one who innovates, disrupts, and leads the future, or will you stand on the sidelines while others do? Think bigger. Every Google innovation started as a crazy idea. Don't be afraid to dream beyond the limits of today. Experiment and adapt. Google failed countless times before it succeeded. The key? Fail fast, learn faster, disrupt before you get disrupted. Google didn't wait for change, it led the revolution. Be the change maker. If you want to build something great, start by thinking like Google. Apply these lessons to your own business, career, or passion project. Because the next great innovation, it could come from you. If this inspired you, smash that like button and hit subscribe to join a community of future innovators. Turn on notifications so you never miss a video that could change the way you think. Comment below. What's one bold idea you've always wanted to launch? I want to hear your vision.